Something I've been doing the past couple of years with my tomatoes is planting them sideways. And here are 4 that I planted last night. And I'm getting ready to plant 4 more over here in the next bed. Now here are some more that are waiting to get planted. These are an heirloom tomato that I started from seed. They're called Amish paste, my current favorite. So 4 of these are going to go in, and as you can see, they're very tall, and this is one of the reasons why I plant them sideways. Putting them sideways into the bed is going to allow them to develop a strong root structure along the stem. Okay, I have my fresh compost in the middle of the bed here. That's going to help me fill in the trench as I dig it. And I have mapped out about a foot for each tomato. So let's see here. I'll just start digging with my hand. As you can see, I don't really mind getting my hands dirty. I'm all about just digging with my hands. I have the trench. Don't know if you can see it very well, but it's almost to the bottom of my bed. I have this eggshell powder that I already made ahead of time, which I have directions on my blog, and this is going to give a good calcium boost for the transplant. So I'm going to dump some of that into the trench. Okay, you can see the trench. I'm trying to get this camera there propped up so that I can use both of my hands here. Doing this without a tripod, very interesting. Got my tomato, which is really tall. You can see it doesn't even fit on the camera. Gonna do the good old upside down, dump it out. Get that root ball out of there. You can see that it's getting pretty root bound. It's needed transplanted for a while now, but our weather has not been cooperating. Alright, so I'm just going to take the root ball, lay it towards the end, and actually lay the tomato down into the trench. I'll take some of the compost, fill in, and actually just bury the tomato almost all the way to the top. I take a little bit of the dirt and compost and I kind of prop it up in the back to help it stand up, but it will start growing upward in time. Okay, now I took some straw, which I always have plenty of that laying around, and I used some of it to kind of help prop up the back of the tomato, since I already mulch with this anyway. And these aren't quite long enough to train up into the cage, so as long as I just keep it off of the house and prop it up and then train it up into the cage as it grows. And I did want to say something about these cages. Now they might not be the most sturdy, and there are a lot of better ideas for staking up tomatoes, but because I have these raised beds which are on top of gravel, I can actually get these pushed in pretty far. And later on in the season, I start attaching the cages themselves together. And then you can see over here, I've got some fence posts that are secured behind the bed, and I can attach the cages to that as well. Because these tomatoes are going to get very tall, they're going to grow larger than the cages, and it's going to be a forest over here. I did want to say over here, I sprinkled a bunch of marigold seeds all along the front, and I'm hoping to get a bunch of marigolds in the front. So we'll see how these progress. Hopefully I'll have just as much luck as I did last year. with these Amish paste tomatoes.